morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte here. I am doing today just a quick update to show you the bags that I have added. We went ahead and we took care of the bags that were making up the journal, and now I have added journals to those flip pages. So I just wanted to share that before we get on to what we're going to do with the cover. And as I was going through this medieval Mirage journal, I opened it up and I saw this, and I'm wondering, once this is stitched in, if this is just going to be too small. So I'm thinking about taking this out and creating a little, just a mini booklet, putting a couple pages in there, writing pages, and it still would be a bag that's got the pocket, but it would be a little journal instead of one that sits in here. So I'm not real sure about that. I could do that, or I could move it maybe closer to the center so that it doesn't have all of this bulk spreading it open. So this is one of those pages right here that I was talking about, and what I did is I got out a glycine bag and I went ahead and collaged with some medieval Mirage pages, the glycine bag. It has been tea dyed, and then I glued it to the flap, and then I just went ahead and added another piece of medieval Mirage paper to that. So you could, if you wanted to, glue this down just on the bottom and the sides and have a pocket. But we've got so many pockets in here with the bags, I didn't think we needed that, so I didn't do that. Then we had these pockets, or these bags, that we did together, and this bag here, and then this was a flip, one of the pages that flipped open. So what I did is I had a chili, I think it was a Chili's bag, it was a brown bag, you can tell by the gusset here, and I went ahead and I glued it to this flap, and then I took a piece of medieval Mirage paper and went over the top of that, and then did a cutout of a horse head. And then here I did the same thing. This is a piece of medieval Mirage paper, and then I cut out one of these, I guess you'd call them medallions, and put that there. So now we have got this bag here on this flip. So that was two bags that I added. This was one of the bags we did together. And then I know I've got a couple more flips. Here was another bag. And this was the largest bag. These are a couple envelopes that I cut out and decided I'm going to use in here as well. This was a flip. This is a Tim Holtz card, and I decided that this has got plenty of bags. I think there might be one more. We've got to go through. I think I added one more. I think there were 4 flips. But what I did is I took this Tim Holtz card and I glued it to this flip page here. And then to go ahead and add medieval Mirage papers to it, I just cut out a piece that fit the card and glued it on there like that. So there is a lot you could do with this. You could add a pocket to this if you wanted to. Like I had mentioned before, this has got so many pockets. I'm not adding any pockets to this, but I am going to do, I think, some things to the borders of some of the pages. So we've got some collage work here and here. And I did add, this is the other one that I added. I had this really pretty glycine bag with this design on it, this embossed design, and I just left the glycine bag because I did not want to hide that. and then I glued it, half of the bag to this flip, and then I took one of the Medieval Mirage long strips and glued that where it just comes just a little bit over the page like that. So we've got this bag in here. And I don't know if I showed you this other side here. I just took two pieces of Medieval Mirage scraps and added them to that side, and took a piece of a scrap and added it there. And I think that might be it for those fold outs. I think now you are totally caught up in what I've done off camera. Nope, here was one more. Okay. Here was the last flip. And what I did is I had gotten these envelope bags off of Amazon a long time ago. And they're like bank envelopes. And so I essentially did the same thing here. I glued the envelope down onto this flip, and then I took a piece of Medieval Mirage. This is one strip of paper, and I glued that to the front. And then on the back, I went ahead, and this is one piece of paper here, and I glued that. So this would close down over this flap would close, but I went ahead and I collaged it with this paper, or I added this paper to the back. So whoever gets this journal, you could fold this down, but I don't think there's really any reason to. It's deep enough that I don't think anything would ever fall out of it. So you can see we've got quite a few bags in this journal, and this journal is pretty chunky. Let's see. We are pretty chunky here, and so I am thinking, and we haven't put anything in any of our pockets yet. We still have to do all the ephemera. But that is why I kind of was looking at this and thinking, I wonder, once this is sewn, this is not going to want to lay down. It's going to want to stand up. So I am thinking I probably should move that maybe closer to the center, or take it out and use it as a little mini booklet. If I moved it, this is a bag, then we've got this bag, and we've got the two bags in the center there. I might be able to put that, let's see, if I took this out, put it here, it's gonna lay flatter. Let's see. And then of course everything has got to be lined up. Now, where did I put it? Yeah, see, it has a tendency to lay flatter, so I think I'm going to leave it in the center like that. We don't really need the booklet, but we could use a booklet. So I think what's going to come next, my thoughts are to grab a file folder and cover the front and the back of it and make it a cover, but not the cover, because I want to do a wooden cover, and I want that wooden cover to be removable. But I don't want the wooden cover to be removable and then just have these pages. I want something a little bit thicker. So that's where my mind is going with this. But we need to not only make ephemera to go into, we have to make our tags to go into these envelopes. But I'm thinking we might add some stuff to some of the borders of these tea-dyed papers. And I really wasn't thinking of adding anything to the digital papers, because if I stitch, I don't want the stitching to come through. So I am going to have to think about what we're going to do here and how much of that we're going to do. Get out my scraps and see what I've got. If I add a lot of lace, obviously you know what that's going to do to this. So yeah, thinking about that. We'll see where we're going to go with that. I've got some really, really pretty pages. This is one of them that would be so pretty in here on a border. So I might just take and tear some of this and distress it, and then maybe put, some fibers, uh, maybe a little bit of thin lace or pieces of lace or even little bits of fabric. I haven't decided yet. I've got to work with that and see what I come up with. And then we will do some of that on camera, and then we'll add it. Not every page needs to have it, but I think that it'd be a pretty compliment to the white page if there was something here. And the same with this, if this is so white, if maybe there was something here. So yeah, I'm gonna take some time and think about it, and I will get back to you, and we will get this sewn in onto the file folder, and we will work on the wooden covers. They still have to be cut down to size, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.